where you can enter for free. I love this word. Most expensive coffee in my life. Even in Bologna, you'll find places where you're gonna pay more. These prices for this location and this quality of food are absolutely insane. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Florence. I have just arrived to this magnificent city. In all senses magnificent. I personally absolutely adore Florence and I've been here many times, but this is the very first time that we are filming here, and today I have a very particular video for you. You know that usually I film smaller towns, lesser known places, and they actually cost less to visit and they are very budget friendly usually. Obviously places like Florence are way more expensive. Prices here can skyrocket at times, and I want to show you how to spend a day in Florence without spending a fortune. Today, guys, I have only 20 euros and I will try to spend a day here visiting museums, exploring local art masterpieces, because obviously Florence is the capital of art, and eating local Tuscan food. All of it with only 20 euros in my pocket. Now guys, if you're ready to explore budget Florence, let's go! One peculiarity of Florence, guys, is that you have to pay to enter the major part of churches, or at least the most famous churches. And it can be easily justified because these churches conserve the incredible art masterpieces. However, here in Duomo, you can enter absolutely for free. And this place is absolutely amazing. This is the Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore, the Cathedral of Florence. Masters like Giotto and Andrea Pisano worked on the construction of this place, and Filippo Brunelleschi is responsible for the construction of the dome of this cathedral. Filippo Brunelleschi, in my opinion, is the most spectacular genius of the Renaissance period. Can you just imagine constructing the circular dome of this size in Renaissance, guys? Without the technology, without the modern materials, this dream, once a dream, was made possible. And I absolutely love this place, and I invite you to check it out with me. A little pro tip for you guys. The Duomo opens at 10:45 in this period of time, and I highly recommend you to come here early, around the opening time, to avoid the long waiting line. Obviously, guys, today's video is about how to save money while visiting Florence and budget travel, and we're not going to visit the Uffizi Gallery. However, I cannot recommend you enough to visit this place because it's absolutely amazing for the amount of art and unique masterpieces that you can enjoy there. However, I'm gonna show you a nice place right nearby where you can enter for free. I love this word, and today this is definitely my motto. And you can enter here for free and explore some of the statues that are the copies of the original ones in the Uffizi Gallery. So yeah, it's like a miniature trial of the Uffizi Gallery on a budget. Honestly, guys, I've been here to Florence countless times, and every time I come back here, I cannot get enough. I can't stop admiring this beauty and taking in everything, and I think it's impossible to discover every hidden corner of Florence in a lifetime. I love this city so much, and I just been thinking, I don't really know whether this city, maybe its location and the atmosphere, was responsible for producing so many important names in art and architecture and sculpture, or whether those artists, architects and sculptors basically created this city and are responsible for Florence being so special and so beautiful. I think I will probably never get the answer to that. Guys, I'm gonna show you a place right here near the Ponte Vecchio where you can get free water, even sparkling water if you like it. And yeah, it's completely free. Make sure you bring your reusable bottle with you, not only because it's environmentally conscious, but also because you can save money while visiting Florence. Otherwise, a bottle of water might actually cost you quite a lot in the center. So let's go. Tasty, good quality water, and absolutely for free. I like it. Guys, here in this place, I had once the most expensive coffee in my life, probably. Okay, maybe not in my entire life, but at least in my life in Italy. And that's the reality for so many bars around Florence, especially in the city center, that you're gonna pay a lot, even for a cup of coffee. So now I want to show you my favorite secret spot where you can have coffee for a very reasonable price, and even some pastries. Maybe we'll be lucky and find some croissants there as well. Every time I walk here, guys, I marvel at the fact that there is an artistic high school right here in front of the Church of Santa Croce, which is the church that conserves an incredible amount of artworks, and also some of the most prominent locals are buried here, like Michelangelo himself is buried here. We're not going inside today because the entry ticket costs €6 and I only have 20 for the whole day. However, I'm gonna show you a spot where you can have coffee with a view and you're not gonna overpay for it. Another perk of this particular piazza is that it's not overcrowded, and it is never overcrowded, even in summer months. I think personally that February and March are probably the best months to visit Florence because there are not so many tourists. However, even in the peak months like June or July, it is never overcrowded. So guys, I got myself a cappuccino and a dessert, and I paid €2.30 for everything. And this price is absolutely insane, honestly, not only for Florence, but for basically any major city, because even in Bologna, you'll find places where you're gonna pay more. If you want to have breakfast here, they have very tasty croissants, brioche, and they will cost you €1.50 for brioche, so €1.30 for a cappuccino, and you got your very budget-friendly breakfast. Or a budget-friendly coffee break. In my case, with a great view, friendly staff, great place. What can you want more? I think that's a perfect place for your budget trip to Florence. Guys, Ponte Vecchio is obviously such a staple, you cannot miss it while visiting Florence. It was built in the 14th century and it still has this air of a medieval street, you know, basically a medieval bridge, and it's really beautiful. And yeah, it's free to visit, so we can at least walk and admire the view. Although the local shops here tend to be extremely expensive, but at least, you know, the view is beautiful and the street is beautiful. Speaking of the views that are absolutely free of charge, guys, look over there. Look how beautiful is it. It's extremely nice. Just come have a look. It's spectacular. I particularly like this part of Florence. It goes this way from Ponte Vecchio, and in general I really like exploring less touristy spots in Florence. And I have in mind another video for you about all the hidden spots in Florence that you will not discover that easily and where tourists don't go usually, and I will make a video about it very, very soon, so subscribe if you're not subscribed yet and hit the bell button not to miss a thing, including another Florence video. Can you guys see these lines behind my back? Usually to get some street food in Florence, like panini, which is probably the most famous street food in this city, you need to queue for quite a long time. However, I'm gonna show you a place that is very central. It is right near Piazza di Signoria, and the prices there are very good and the paninis are good, and usually there are no lines, so it's a win-win. As I said, guys, it's right behind Palazzo Vecchio. However, it is found on a very small, narrow street, and it's not very easily found. However, I will leave you the link in the description box so you can check this place out, because trust me, it's so worth it. Guys, on this street that doesn't even look like the center of Florence, in this small space, you can find Il Buffalo Tripone, which is a true gem for a budget traveler. Guys, I genuinely love this place, and very often when I'm visiting Florence, I pay them a visit because the staff here is super friendly, and actually I find people of Florence to be very friendly in general, and the food here is so good, it looks really good, and it smells amazingly. I wish you could smell it. Just look at it, guys. If you want to try something typical that is not lampredotto, these guys should be your salumi of choice. Because in my opinion, Finacchiona is the superior salumi. I love it so much. Now let's try it. It is so good, guys. You have no idea, but you absolutely have to come here and try it for yourself, because this salumi is absolutely divine and it is so good. The schiacciata is of very high quality, the salumi is of very high quality, and yeah, I cannot recommend you this place enough. I absolutely love it. Now cheers, guys, with the Vino Di Casa, which is also very, very good. So I paid for everything 6 euros, 3 euros for schiacciata and 3 euros for a glass of wine, and I think that's a perfect lunch for a budget traveler. As I said before, they don't have many places inside, but it's not a problem because usually people just eat quickly here, so you can find places here or you can find a few places inside, and usually it's not very crowded, so it's not really a big deal that the place is very small. And actually I like it even more because I think it gives you this homey atmosphere. And guys, these prices for this location and this quality of food are absolutely insane. We are literally behind Palazzo Vecchio and I paid 6 euros for my lunch. That's crazy, but that's what I love about Florence, because despite being very expensive in general, there are ways to be a budget traveler here. I know some people who say that the best gelato in Italy is found in Florence. Then I also know people who say that the best gelato in Italy is found in Rome. And if you ask me, I'll probably abstain from the answer, at least today, but we can get back to that when I'm back home. However, guys, today I'm gonna show you a lovely place for gelato in Florence. I remember a few years back, there was my friend who came here to visit me and we went together to Florence, and she wanted to try local gelato. When she entered the first gelateria that she saw, ice cream there costed like 9 euros for 2 scoops of ice cream, and that was absolutely crazy. However, I know a place where you're gonna pay a very normal price, a very average price for gelato, and I'm gonna take you there right now. Guys, it's so good. They have a really good variety to choose from. Like, it's not extremely big because all their gelato is artisanal and basically almost homemade, and they have their own taste. Like, I got yogurt And this one, which is Caramello di Via dei Neri. This is their own caramel cream. It's not exactly gelato, it's caramel cream, and you can see that it's very, very dense, and it's very, very sweet and so good, amazingly good. You can see that the portion is really, really big, and I paid only $2.50 for this. And for Florence, this price is very, very small. Actually, you can find a similar price basically anywhere else. So it's not a touristic price at all, and I think it's a way better quality than the one you're gonna get for 6 to 9 euros. And also, the staff is very nice, friendly, and they can advise you on which taste goes better with which one. For example, I wanted to take both of their specialities, Caramello and Moretto, and I was advised not to do so because Moretto is also very sweet and Caramello is very sweet, so it better goes with yogurt or something like that. So I think that's a perfect place for gelato in Florence, and also it's the first gelato of this year for me. And I'm really glad it's in Florence, and I'm really glad it's from Gelateria dei Neri because I absolutely love it. Now guys, I have to climb a very steepy hill and then the stairs to get to the most amazing panorama of Florence that is obviously absolutely free. And you know, all the good things in life come for a price, but trust me, climbing up the hill is a very small price for what we're gonna get. And it's not even that steep after all. We've made it, guys. I have no words to describe you this view. This is probably my favorite spot in the whole city because the view over Florence from here is absolutely sublime. Just have a look. Guys, it's worth every single step I've made to get here, and that's why I say that February and March are the best months to visit Florence, because if you want to climb up here, it's better not to do so when it's 30 degrees outside. So just look at it, guys. This is absolutely breathtaking, literally, because I've just made the stairs, but also, guys, look, I think it speaks better than my words. The first time I came here to the Piazzale Michelangelo was during my first year of living in Italy, and it was in February actually, so it was more or less the same time. And I remember just how emotional I was back then when I saw all this beauty, where you can actually see the city from here on the palm of your hand. You can see every single corner, and it still gets me emotional because I think this place is absolutely magical. This view is absolutely magical. If you love Florence the way I love it, you'll understand me. So as promised, guys, I also want to show you one museum, so not only churches and the general city of Florence. The entrance there costs only 6 euros, which I think is good, and it's a perfect fit for my budget for today. And the museum is Palazzo Davanzati. Palazzo Davanzati is a really beautiful, majestic Renaissance palace. From the 14th century, it belonged to the Davizi family before it was acquired by the Davanzati family in the 16th century, and today it is called after them. It was inhabited until the mid-19th century, when the last heir of the Davanzati family tragically died. Today it is a museum with all the Renaissance and medieval interiors, and I think it's a perfect opportunity to see how noble families of Florence used to live. Of all the museums here in Florence, I think this one is probably the most budget-friendly, and I just decided to show it to you too. Although the original furniture that belonged to the Davanzati family was sold, still it's really interesting to see these interiors. And the most peculiar thing about this palace are those bizarre writings and drawings on the walls of the palace. I talked with the museum staff because I was really curious about the origin of those writings and drawings, and they told me that nobody actually knows where they're coming from. There is this theory that they date back to the 15th century. Some people might say that some drawings might be more recent, however, they remain a mystery, and I think this is so cool. You know, there's a palace with a mystery, and you get it all for only 6 euros. Most importantly, they have free guided tours. The tours start every hour from what I got. However, if you know me, guys, you know that I'm always running and I don't really have time because I have a train back home, so I couldn't remain for the guided tour, although I would love to come back and to see the fourth floor of the palace with a guided tour. Here, guys, behind my back is the Church of San Salvatore di Onisanti, better known as the Church of Onisanti, Chiesa di Onisanti, and this is another church in Florence that is absolutely free to visit. Moreover, it's a real museum, a real gem of a museum, guys. Inside there you can find a crucifix by Giotto, frescoes by Botticelli and Domenico Ghirlandaio, and Botticelli himself is buried inside here, as well as Napoleon's sister. I know, might sound weird, but this is true. And I think this church is a valid alternative for more expensive churches where you have to pay, like Santa Croce, which is absolutely amazing, yes, but if you're traveling on a budget, I think this is a place for you to enjoy some art masterpieces and visit an important historical place and save some money. I am, guys, really excited to see it inside, so let's go! This, guys, is the burial place of probably the most prominent early Renaissance artist, Sandro Botticelli, and before the pandemic people used to leave little notes here on his tomb, and I think that was so cute, and I hope this little tradition will return soon. And that's it for today, guys. Here in this beautiful piazza, we'll be finishing today's video about budget travel in Florence. And as I said at the beginning of this video, even though Florence is really expensive, it is possible to spend the day here without spending a fortune. In total, I spent 16 euros and 80 cents for the whole day here, eating and seeing the local landmarks and just enjoying the city, you know. Entertainment, food, museums, everything could be included in less than 20 euros in one day in Florence, and I have more than 3 euros left, so who knows, I might get myself a cup of coffee or maybe a glass of wine on my way back to the train station. Obviously, if you are staying here for longer, if you are spending the night or a few nights here, it will be more expensive. However, you should know that you can easily spend a day here, you know, being a very budget traveler, being a very savvy traveler. And I think that's a good thing about this city, because Florence is so worth visiting even if you don't have so much money to spend here. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this day as much as I enjoyed filming this video and as I enjoyed my day in Florence. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, hit the bell button to get the notifications of all the upcoming videos, and put a thumbs up, comment and share this video with your friends. Thank you, guys, for being here and enjoy your day.